Greetings, Dr. Yanti, Rosmunie, and my fellow Horsemen. Allow me to introduce our team, the four Horsemen. Mr. Anwarul Adzizi, Mr. Muhammad Amirul, Mr. Wan Zubir, and myself, Stonton Morse. Our presentation is based on illegal online gambling. The illegal online gambling issue is based on a newspaper report by Borneo Post published on 2nd August 2021 and authored by Jacqueline David. The Malaysian police is carrying out an operation named Ops Dadu to combat illegal gambling throughout Malaysia. On 1st August 2021, the police raided a house at Jalan Airport, Kuching, Sarawak, suspected being operated by an online gambling syndicate. 13 foreigners were caught together with their illegal online gambling equipment. The police also explained that the syndicate had been operating 24/7 at the house for the past 6 months, earning 3,500 ringgit a day. The investigation was carried out under the Common Gaming House Act 1953 and Immigration Act 1959/63. Illegal online gambling caused huge loss to legal 4D operators in terms of sales and market share. Worse, the government lost about 3 billion ringgit annually in terms of tax revenue. In terms of social impact, illegal online gambling may cause gambling problem among Malaysians, which will negatively affect the family, community, and the country in the long run. There are many factors that cause the illegal online gambling phenomena in Malaysia. First, Malaysia laws only regulate lotteries, casino, and horse racing, while all forms of sports betting and online gambling is strictly prohibited. The Sharia laws strictly prohibit Muslims from all forms of gambling. Therefore, none of the Malaysian law allows online gambling. Second, illegal online gambling brings lucrative incomes to the syndicates. Normally, out of 1 ringgit 40 bets, 70 cents will go to the winning numbers, while 30 cents will go to the syndicates. At the same time, the syndicates give attractive commission and bonuses to their runners. A runner is a sales agent on the ground, interacting directly with the gamblers, collecting bets and money for the syndicate. A full-time runner can easily earn between 3,000 ringgit to 10,000 ringgit a month. Third, Malaysia has weak laws with negligible punishment. Let us benchmark our laws to our neighboring country, Singapore. Singapore's Remote Gambling Act 2014, which regulates online gambling, where those caught can be heavily fined with amounts ranging from Singapore dollar 20,000 to Singapore dollar 500,000 and jail terms up to 7 years. 500,000 Singapore dollar is equivalent to 1.5 million ringgit today. In 2019, the Malaysian government had dramatically increased the punishment under the Common Gaming Housing Act, yet the punishment is still lower compared to the Singapore law. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Wan Zubir to continue our presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Stonton. Now, I will take you to the other 3 factors that cause the illegal online gambling in Malaysia. The syndicates have been found out to have a daily draw, offer bigger payouts, use online payment gateways, and accept credit card payments for bets to lure punters. They also promote their activities through social networks such as WhatsApp and Facebook. The most interesting part is the punters are also being looked after by the syndicates in the event they are caught for the illegal gambling activities. The syndicates will bail them out from the police, pay their fines, and even compensate for the trouble from the authorities. This shows that the syndicates have a very effective marketing and customer service in operating their illegal gambling activities. The fifth factor is generational problem. A study conducted by Sheila et al. Has showed that many Malaysians are exposed to gambling at young age. Based on the few studies that have been carried out, about 30% of school children and 9% of university students have been found out to be involved with gambling activities, respectively. The sixth factor is simply because Malaysian has easy internet access. According to Mueller, the number of internet users had increased from 21.4 million in 2015 to 28.4 million in 2021. Aligned with such trend, the number of smartphone users in Malaysia had also increased from 19.7 million in 2015 to 29 million in 2021. With easy internet access, Malaysians can conveniently access the internet through smartphones and surfing any websites, including online gambling. Now we come to the question of how to solve these issues. First, we may legalize the online gambling. A study carried out by Gainsbury shows that insignificant gambling problem compared to offline. By benchmarking Singapore, we may develop a new law to regulate online gambling. By legalizing the online gambling, the government may gain more tax revenue. Second, we may need to review and reform our current laws, increase fine and prison terms so that heavier punishment can be imposed. Third, cut off power supply to premises suspected of illegal gambling. Through the Blue Ocean strategy, the police and power supply agencies will join force and carry out this preemptive action. By doing so, the syndicate is unable to operate their illegal online gambling. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Amirul to continue our presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Wan. The next solution is with block access to all online gambling in Malaysia. Online gambling at this point is becoming more sophisticated as it is already unlimited in premises or buildings. This activity is getting easier and more widespread on public internet without limitations. The role and power available to MCMC or the Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission with block sites that have an element of gambling need to be done effectively and efficiently. Cooperation and integrated monitoring operation with the police are also very important and need to be carried out more frequently. The final proposal of the solution is with a total ban on gambling. This is the last resort without thinking about profiting from the online gambling activity to the country. Referring to religious belief, especially Islam, Hindu, Christianity, and Judaism, firmly state gambling is the cause of social damage to society and it does not require it inherent to get involved. But are we all ready to reject this business activity in our country? This requires proper consideration from top leaders. Next, I show you our infographic poster as a medium for awareness of illegal online gambling. This poster is set up for 2 weeks using software PowerPoint. From the 3 poster design suggestions, all members of the group eventually choose this poster as the group work. Based on the rubric given, we strive to fulfill all the scoring scheme set. The information emphasized in this poster is related to illegal online gambling. The arrangement of information is to indicate the existing Gambling Act apply to offenses, causes, effect, and proposed solutions. The choice of colors and graphic is also suitable for themes and activities that refer to gambling activities, especially online gambling. That's all from me. And for the next presentation, I would like to invite Mr. Anwarul Adzizi to present the group presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Amirul. We would like to present to you our campaign video. The video can be viewed from the following YouTube link. Here it goes. Gambling. We are familiar with 4D, lucky draw, casino, horse racing, betting, which can be legal in Malaysia, as long as they have necessary permits and licenses to run their business. They can rake in 9 billion ringgit in sales, with sales tax amounting 2 billion ringgit annually in Malaysia. It's a big business and also big contributors to government coffers. But how about online gambling? It is not something new, but it has gained popularity recently due to COVID-19 pandemic, where all gambling businesses cannot run physically due to restrictions, and if they are allowed to operate, people seem don't keen to crowd these places like it used to be. But some people really miss gambling. It's like a drug to them. It is when they turn to online gambling. Like saying, when there's demand, there will always be supply. Business nowadays has mostly embraced digitalized way of doing businesses, such as food delivery and online shopping. But why can't online gambling, yeah? No, online gambling is illegal in Malaysia. Under Common Gaming Houses Act 1953, illegal gambling operators can be penalized with a 1 million ringgit in fine and 3 years in jail, while illegal gamblers can be fined up to 100,000 ringgit and 6 months in jail. Despite all these consequences, illegal gambling is flourishing in Malaysia. It is estimated that they have made more than 250 million ringgit during the first phase of MCO. For example, in this selected article, the syndicate was said to be making a total of 630,000 ringgit for the past 6 months. Some even become more audacious by advertising their services in social media, like this Hari Raya video. Actually, it's a promotion for online gambling. Yikes! Apart from lucrative income and effective marketing, weak laws and negligible punishments are to be blamed too. Offenders are always more than willing to settle the small fine compared to big profits they have gained. And lastly, generational problem, where it was found that up to 9% of university students have involved in online gambling. As we know, gambling can also cause many negative effects, from lost revenue to legal operators and government taxes to gambling disorders. People with gambling-related problems may tend to face gambling-related debts, bankruptcy, and all sorts of other crimes. Well, how can we solve this? Maybe we can legalize or ban gambling altogether. Authorities should also play their part in enforcing heavier punishment. Or maybe we can just cut off power supply to premises suspected of illegal gambling. Whatever it is, gambling, the sure way of getting nothing for something. Thank you. That wraps up our presentation for today. The following are our references. Gambling, sure way of getting nothing for something. Thank you very much.